Bulavinaka, greetings from the Pacific. I'm here with Kaitu Erasito. My name is Livai Tora. We are farmers based in the Sambeto Valley. And this morning we want to share with everybody out there some of the lessons learned during our trials in regards to papaya and breadfruit. We were both collaborating farmers and researchers for the Pacific Breadfruit Project, as well as the Fiji Papaya Project that was funded by ACR, AusAid, and he's going to be explaining some of the issues we crossed during those trials and in regards to climate change mitigation, and also not forgetting the food security issues we'll be facing. So without further ado, so what kind of crops do you grow in your farm?
Mainly is cassava. Apart from that, we have short-term crops, eggplant, chilies, sweet corn,
I see you have some livestock too there.
Some of the livestock just to get everything going on.
You had conducted some trials in regards to cyclone mitigation. Can you tell us some of the results that came out of those trials?
For papaya, we have 3 strategies, mitigation practices. The first one is mainly the trimming of the leaves of the papaya. So we have papaya and the leaves, we just simply prune all the leaves
100%.
100%. When the cyclone comes, one thing that will happen, most of the fruit, if the tree has already bear fruit, it will be exposed to sunlight. For that, you have to cover it with a piece of cloth
To protect it from sunburn.
Sunburn. That's one of the biggest problem after the cyclone.
So what's another strategy you can use?
Another strategies that we implemented simply 1 feet or 2 feet above the ground. You just remove the whole tree, wait for the cyclone to come, to pass, and then you wait. You will see that the tree will produce side shoot, 2, 3 or even 4 side shoot that will come out from there. And then from that side shoot, 4 side shoot, you choose only one healthy side shoot and remove the rest of it, so that all the nutrients, all the water and everything goes to that one ratoon. The fruiting may delayed for 1 or 2 months, but after that the flower starts to come and then fruit starts to follow, and then you start again from there.
Back to production.
And the third one, always want to stress the farmers is the importance of drainage. Because the papaya, they don't like water. After heavy rainfall or a cyclone, you will see some waterlogged area. So for a farmer, if he doesn't have a tractor, has to go with a spade and make a drain out of that, just to remove all those excess water. Because what normally happens, the rooting system starts to get rot, phytophthora, affects the whole tree. Not only one tree. That disease or the rot can pass to the rest of the trees, and then your whole block will be affected from phytophthora or root rot.
So Kaitu, you were also involved with the Pacific Breadfruit Project. What do you think the farmers in Fiji can relate to when it comes to a cyclone or a natural disaster?
One of the lessons learned that we normally stress to the farmers is the importance of pruning. Most of the farmers, they don't want their trees to be pruned. The trees, they tend to grow taller and taller every year, but most of the farmers, they don't want to prune their trees because there will be a delay in their fruit. But pruning is also very important. It plays a major role in both keeping the trees at a safe, to be safe from cyclone and hurricane, and also more production. And pruning too, you don't have to prune the whole branch. It is simply pruning the main terminal growth of each selected branch. You will see every branch of a tree, there's a main terminal inside there. So that's the branches that you normally select and remove. And yes, you still have those old branches that will bear fruit for you during pruning season. After pruning, the tree recovers 9 months until it bears fruit again. We all know once the cyclone comes, most of the trees damage. Why? Because of no pruning. And the third thing for the importance of pruning is you are keeping the trees at a reasonable height during harvesting, and this less post-harvest damage. We have wild harvest trees. The farmers, they climb the trees, they harvest, and they throw down the fruit. Family members catch it using a tarpaulin. There's a lot of injuries, bruises, and most of the fruit get rejected when they're taken for export. So to minimize that, you need to prune your trees so that you harvest your fruit slowly and put it in the crate without damage.
Okay. Can you tell us a bit about intercropping you did with the breadfruits? That's one interesting trial that you conducted, eh?
For breadfruit, we always stress the importance of intercropping. So we have some of our farmers that we develop the commercial orchards, and inside, so we are using 9 meter by 9 meter spacing. So inside that space, you can use that for planting short-term crop. We have pineapple, cassava, eggplant. All those can be grown inside there while you wait for your breadfruit to come into production 2 to 3 years time. You are harvesting from these short or medium-term crops.
What about the use of drop structures and vetiver grass?
That is also one of the important strategy that we learned. We saw that the heavy rainfall and most of the breadfruit orchard that we had, we planted in the slope on the hill. We saw that when there's a heavy rainfall, there's a lot of leaching, there's a lot of water runoff and soil erosion, and the land is damaged, and so as the tree. The use of A-frame is simply you use it to mark. If you are planting on the slope, you use that A-frame to mark the contour lines. You get a tractor to mark all the contour lines leading into the drop structures. When the rain comes, the rain simply goes and follow the contour lines and into these drop structures. Your land is being protected from this heavy erosion and water runoff.
Can you talk to us about how important it is to conserve our traditional cultures?
I think it's very important. We have kumala, hundi, wubi. All these were being planted by our forefathers. Why? The main reason why is because they are resistant to this climatic condition. Flooding, heavy rainfall, pests and diseases. It's very important. It's time for all the farmers to move out and source all these traditional cultivars and plant them in their farm, mainly for food security in the future.
Good luck, everybody. We've just wrapped up now. Thank you, Kaitu, for your time. We hope you've learned a lot of lessons. If you require any further information, contact the PFON network, and they'll connect your questions to us in regards to climate change mitigation, especially for papaya and breadfruit. Thank you. Navaleu.
Drop structure.
Drop structure. Yongi tuntivika, man, my iPhone is like a cheap line smart. Please contact us through email or Gmail.